YouTube. Welcome back to Comic Aussie. I'm Q. Thanks for joining me. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Today we're going to get into a book I bought, and I pulled the trigger on it because it's a bit of a variant. It's an older book. It's from 1988. I love this cover. I've always wanted the book, and the opportunity came up, and I decided to pull the trigger. The only reason I did so was because it was a newsstand, and I'd like to talk about that a bit today, and also just a quick little chat about the artist who did the penciling for this book. So without further ado, let's get into it. Again, I have my trusty Leatherman, who has been with me for a very, very long time. Get into it. And again, this seller was in Canada, so it also made for an easy buy. Quick shipping, no fuss, no muss, border, showed up my door in just a few days. Let's throw that down there, sorry for the noise. Yes, it is graded. Is it a 9.8? No, it is not. Again, fitting within my budget. Some books I do try and go after those 9.8s, but this particular one, it came up and I just could not resist. Oh, yes. Look at that. Bit of painter's tape there, which is always awesome. I love that when people use painter's tape. All right, let's get into it. So first solo series, John Buscema, penciler, Wolverine 1. Newsstand 9.4. Love it. 1988. So newsstands, yes, we're all familiar with. I guess people consider them as a variant. You cannot deny the fact that newsstands do go for a premium. And we all know that they were sometimes not treated properly, that mishandled, thrown around, unlike books that were at comic shops. So I believe it was in 1979 they made the division. In and around there, comic books were gaining popularity, so comic shops were popping up. So Marvel made the division between the two so that comic book shops could get a discount, and also I believe they could send back copies that weren't sold. And that continued, I think, in 1985. It kind of was the tipping point where it was equal in terms of print runs between the direct edition, which is what they would call the books that went to comic book shops, and the newsstand, the UPC codes that were for convenience stores, racks, etc. That continued till I think 1995, where there was about, I guess, 10%, they say, newsstand to direct copies, and then in 2000 the direct editions really kind of took hold. So I do believe that they do command a better price, and I have some wrote down some comparisons. Specifically this one, these sales were from June. Newsstands were 9.8s, were going for between $1,200 and $1,300. I did look at just 9.8s for these books. Direct editions, $600 to $700, so that's a considerable difference. Then I looked at, only looked at 3 books. Amazing Spider-Man 361, newsstands, $1,600 to $1,800 for 9.8s, and I know that there's a bit of a demand for those because of the Venom trailer, etc. But that's what they're going for. Direct editions are going for $1,000. And then the last book I looked at was Spawn, #1, 9/8. Newsstands going from 1,000 to 1,100. And then direct editions are going around 300. I know that there's a bit of a difference in terms of the years that these were put out, but I just thought it would be kind of interesting. So, you're looking at a considerable amount, 600 to 700 difference in price. And some people, they don't think it's worth it. I'm of the believer that they do hold a different bit of a value. The ones that do survive that were mistreated and of the higher grade, I really believe that they are worth more. And this is my first graded newsstand. Do have some raw newsstand copies. I don't have them here with me, but just wanted to show this one off. Possibly a quick little chat about the artist. So John Buscema worked at Marvel, had a long career drawing for Marvel. I think he started back when it was just it was called Timely and Atlas. He worked there for a little while, and I think in the 50s there was a bit of a decline with the comics, so he left to do, I think it was some commercial work. And I think he always had that lure, that attraction towards comics, and he made his comeback to Marvel 1966, I believe it was. Started his long career there, had considerable influence in the comic book market industry. That being said, some other videos I like to make, I like to go a little bit more in depth into some of the artists. So I'm just going to do a quick little recap. In 1968, I think him and Stan Lee developed the character Silver Surfer, and huge run and iconic cover like Silver Surfer 1, 3, 4. He did Submariner covers #1, which is kind of getting some heat. #8, Avengers 57, She-Hulk 1, which is on fire right now, and I also think it's going to keep going with the impending movie that's coming up. Some of his later work, he worked with DC, did some Batman stuff, also did some Punisher stuff later in his career, and just a gigantic career with Marvel. He, I think it was 2002, he was diagnosed with stomach cancer, and he unfortunately passed away. And when they did bury him, he was buried with a artist pen in his hand. So an artist through and through, fantastic. And I'm just drawn to a lot of his work, and this I just love. So a bit of a talk about some newsstand, a bit of a talk about artists, and again, some videos I'm going to be making, going to be strictly focusing on artists alone, because I really think that they huge influence in the market, and I don't think that they get the attention that they deserve personally. But I think I'm going to start doing some of those videos. I'm not sure who I'm going to focus on first. I'm going to look into it and try something like that. Anyways, quick little unboxing, little Wolverine newsstand, first solo series, first appearance of Patch, Wolverine as Patch as well. So I'm happy to have this into the collection, and it is a fantastic book. It just looks awesome, brilliant for a 9.4, and of course the back cover. I love that. It's stunning. Anyways, Wolverine 1 newsstand. Hopefully it has some room to grow with what might be coming up with the character Wolverine. I don't know. I think it's a bit undervalued right now for what I paid for this book, especially a newsstand. And I have faith in this book. I'm going to keep it for a very long time, and yeah, just makes me happy to look at it. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Again, I appreciate everybody that's watching, the subscribers. If you are watching this, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will put a link in for my Instagram account below, and follow me on there. Hit me up with any questions, anything that you like. I like the interaction. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Cheers.